A new deal in the European League totally beat the WNBA. The EuroLeague has supposedly just sent a huge offer to Caitlin Clark that she might not be able to say no to. After all the jealousy from the WNBA, the EuroLeague could be a perfect move. For CC, $100 million is the number people are talking about. She's getting paid $74,000 from the Indiana Fever right now, and $28 million from Nike over 4 years. Caitlin could be the highest paid women's basketball player if she says yes. And look at what the NBA became even when Jordan was getting really popular, and the league clearly saw that he was the guy, and Nike was selling tons of Michael Jordan stuff. I want to be like Mike. It was still Bird and Magic. The WNBA without Caitlin will fall apart with 0-star players. Sponsorships will pull out of long-term deals and will leave. WNBA players flying cheap Spirit Airlines instead of private jets. They have been asking for all season long. Spirit Airlines? You know that the highest paid WNBA player last season made $300,000. $300,000 was the highest. But not only will you make more than that, you're going to make the most money that any woman has ever made in the WNBA. Turned down a $5 million deal before? She's made it clear it's not about the money. She loves basketball and isn't asking for extra pay like other players. The same can't be said for Angel Reese, though. Angel acts like a little kid while 22-year-old. Rookies would dream of getting her paycheck. It's safe to say she will be complaining a lot more if Caitlin leaves the WNBA. So get ready, WNBA players who hate on CC, because if she does go to Europe, things will change big time. Need to be seeing her drop 50 points on us next weekend? You? No, so I love her. I think she's the best player. Forget I ever said Paige is the best player in the country. I think she's the best player of all time. I don't know who ever said that. I said Paige is the best player in the country. The world of women's basketball has been totally shocked with reports that the EuroLeague is ready to offer Caitlin Clark a crazy $100 million deal. To put that into perspective, how big this offer is, it's not just groundbreaking, it's historic. Caitlin Clark, however, represents something totally different. She's more than just a basketball player. She's a cultural phenomenon. Her skills on the court are unmatched, but it's her ability to go beyond the game and capture the attention of people all over the world that has made her the hottest thing in women's sports today. The EuroLeague, seeing this once-in-a-lifetime talent, has recognized a chance to lift women's basketball to a new level, and they're willing to make a massive investment to do so. There could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. If Caitlin Clark makes the jump to the EuroLeague, it could signal a shift in power, one where Europe becomes the go-to place for the world's top talent. This isn't just about one player. It's about the potential for an entire industry to move toward better money opportunities. For the WNBA, which is still dealing with issues of player pay and viewership, this could be a turning point and not in their favor. I'm getting sick of people saying that people need to stop hating on Caitlin Clark. Who hates her? Diana Taurasi came out and said, look, it's going to be an adjustment when Caitlin gets to the WNBA. Y'all watch, and that's exactly what's happening. Angel Reese did the ring gesture to Caitlin, and y'all made her the villain ever since, and her and Caitlin literally like each other. They have both come out and said so. The question everyone is asking now is simple. Can the WNBA compete with this kind of money power? If the league cannot match or at least come close to the EuroLeague's offer, they may have no choice but to watch as Caitlin Clark leaves for greener pastures. And if she goes, what happens to the WNBA's future, its fan base, and its sponsorship? Deals? This isn't just a basketball deal. It's a potential game changer. For the WNBA has been riding high on the wave of excitement and attention that Caitlin has brought to the league. Her incredible performances, her ability to fill arenas, and her magnetic personality have all contributed to a surge in interest that the league desperately needed. However, the moment the possibility of Caitlin leaving for Europe became a reality, the mood within the WNBA shifted from optimism to outright panic. This isn't just a player we're talking about. This is Caitlin Clark, the athlete who single-handedly re-energized the league's fan base. Her presence on the court has been a major draw, increasing television ratings and generating significant buzz on social media. Her departure would leave a gaping hole that the league may struggle to fill. The WNBA, already facing an uphill battle in terms of mainstream viewership and media attention, would be left scrambling to find a new star. And the truth is, there's no one quite like Caitlin Clark. She's a rare combination of skill, charisma, and marketability, a player who appeals not just to hardcore basketball fans, but to casual viewers as well. Losing her to the EuroLeague would be a devastating blow, one that could set the WNBA back years in terms of progress and visibility. Clark is the first player in WNBA history to lead the league in assists and three-pointers made, and she has now scored the most points by a guard in a single season in WNBA history as a rookie. Also the first person in history to lead the league in assists and be top 10 in points. I don't think you'll understand how difficult that is. The league's panic is not just about losing the star player. It's about the very real money consequences that could follow. Major sponsors, many of whom have signed deals with the WNBA, in large part because of Caitlin's popularity, may start reconsidering their partnerships. Media networks, which have started broadcasting more women's basketball games thanks to the increased viewership Caitlin brings, might pull back. And without her, will fans still fill the arenas, buy the merchandise, or tune into the games? The ripple effect of Caitlin Clark leaving the WNBA could be catastrophic for the league. Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark, and the Indiana Fever now eliminated. Game 1 of the Aces Liberty matchup on Sunday drew an average of 929,000 viewers, was down nearly 50% from last Sunday's Fever Sun contest. By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was as well. Throughout the season, a subtle but undeniable undercurrent of jealousy has been building among WNBA players. It's not hard to see why. Caitlin Clark, who is still early in her professional career, has become the face of the league, overshadowing many of the established stars who have been grinding for years. For players like Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson, both incredibly talented in their own right, watching Caitlin receive all the attention, accolades, and now a massive offer from Europe has been frustrating. Angel Reese in particular has been vocal about her dissatisfaction. Known for her outspoken nature, Reese hasn't held back when discussing the WNBA's pay structure, pointing out that her salary doesn't even cover her rent. It's a jarring statement, especially considering the level of skill and dedication it takes to compete at the highest level of women's basketball. You don't even yell, "I'm living beyond my means." It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means. Like, y'all think, babe, if y'all thought it's like, let me ... While Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise has captivated the sports world, players like Reese and Wilson have felt sidelined. They believe they've put in the work and contributed significantly to the growth of the WNBA, but they haven't received the same level of global attention. The fact that Caitlin is now being courted by the EuroLeague with a huge offer has only deepened the resentment. For players who have spent years battling for recognition and fair compensation, seeing a newcomer like Caitlin receive such an astronomical offer feels like a slap in the face. What's particularly interesting about this dynamic is that the jealousy is not just about money, it's about legacy. Players like Angel Reese and Aja Wilson want to be remembered as pioneers of women's basketball, but with Caitlin Clark dominating headlines and potentially moving to Europe, they fear they may be left in the shadows. People are talking about women's basketball you never would think be talking about women's basketball. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Caitlin Clark has done what many thought was impossible. She has reignited a passion for women's basketball. Her presence on the court has had a direct impact on the WNBA's attendance and viewership. Fans flock to see her play, and her number 22 jersey has become a staple in arenas across the country. She's not just another player. She's a phenomenon. When she steps onto the court, people pay attention, and that has had a huge effect on the league's overall visibility. The Indiana Fever, for example, has seen its highest viewership in years thanks largely to Caitlin's star power. It's not just about her ability to score points, though she does that at an elite level. It's about her ability to connect with fans. She brings energy, excitement, and most importantly, attention to a league that has struggled to break through. The noise. What happens if Caitlin leaves? Without her, the WNBA could find itself in an even deeper viewership crisis. Sponsors and networks who have invested in the WNBA because of Clark's marketability might start to reconsider their deals. The arenas that are currently